So in this video, we will study code tree diagram, how to draw the code tree diagram of the convolutional code, and in this case also, we will consider the same encoder. Okay, S1, S2, MJ. This is C1 to C2. You have already seen for the state diagram representation. So first of all, like before, you have to always make the table first. This is MJ, present state, next state, now. So as you can see that each and every state are being defined by ABCD. So there are 4 states because 2 delays are there. So 2 to the power k number of states, possible states, and this is the next states. Okay. So depending on this table, this input, output, present state, and next state, we have already drawn the state diagram. Also, we will draw the code tree diagram. First of all, you have to assume any present state. You can assume present state as A, present state as B, C, or D. Here, I am assuming present state is A. Okay. From A, we will go further. Okay, how to do this? It's very simple. Just remember the input and output and present state in the state diagram. Okay. SA equals to 0, 0, SD equals to 1, 0, SC equals to 0, 1, and ST equals to 1. And all input output condition is written above the arrow, the direction arrow. So when I'm starting from A, when I'm considering present state as A, which is 0, 0, you can see that I've already told you that there is 2 possibility. First possibility, when message is 0, A will be going to A, that means present state is A, then it will be, the next state will be also A when the input is 0, and when the input is 1, A will be converted to B. That means when the present state is A, input is 0, the next state will be A again, and when the present state is A and the input is 1, so the next state is B. So this thing I'm just representing with code tree. How? Very easy. See, here this is 0, 0, right? So this is 0, 0. When I'm giving input 0, it is going to A again. This is A. And corresponding output is 0, 0, as we have seen from the table. Okay. When the input 1, always remember that the output arrow is used for input 0, and this downward arrow is used for input 1. Okay, this one. The outer arrow, this upper arrow, is considered for input 0, and the down arrow is considered for input 1, and corresponding output will be written above the arrow. Okay. So as we have seen from the table, for the 0 and output 0, 0, A is the present state, so the next state is A. So this is present state and this is the next state. Okay. This also, A is the present state and next state is B when 1 is given as an input and output is 1. Then again, when you get the next state, now consider this next state as your present state now. Okay. Okay. So this next state now become your present state. This. So you have just started from A, present state, and you have gone to the next state. If you start from A, the next state is A when input is 0 and output is 0, 0. if you starting from A and the next state will be B, when the condition is input is 1 and output is 1. Okay, when if you consider the present state as 1 1, sorry 1 0, so there will be also two conditions. That means for message equals to 0, that means you have considered the present state as B, right? B. So it will be converted to C and D. It will be converted to C and D. So what is the condition when the present state B will be converted to next state C? When the input is 0 and output is 0 1. And what will be the condition when the B will be converted to D as the next state? The condition is the input should be 1 and output should be 1 0. So if you have assumed B as your initial state, then for this case, instead of A, there will be B, and from B, the upper arrow is 0 and the down arrow is used for the 1 input, that means input 1, and the upper arrow is used for input 0, and corresponding output will be written above the arrows. Okay, so if consider this is B, so this is B, if you have considered this as B, you have considered this as B. Okay, B, and what is B? B means 1 0. So this is 1 0. So instead of 0 0, you have considered 1 0, 1 and 0. Now what will be the next state? The possible next state is what? C and D. When you will give message as 0, the next state will be C. When you will give message as 1, the next state will be D. And corresponding output will be written above the table. So for message 0, the next state is C. So here, if this is B, so this will be C. When you giving 0 as input, the output will be, the next state will be C, and this will be D, right? D. When the input is 1, the next state is D. When the input is 0, the next state is C. So CD. So for B present state, the next state will be CD. For A present state, the next state will be AB. For C present state, the next state will be A and B. For D present state, next state will be C and D. So in this way, you have to make the code tree. Okay, just let me erase it. Okay. So from A, and I've also written below this page. From A, this is A. So you have seen that from A, I've considered A as my initial state. So from A, this is AB, next state. So when you have got the next state, this will be your present state. Okay, always. For each stage, when you have got the next state, that will be your present state. So now this is my present state. A and B. Now from A, again A and B will be the next state, and from B, what will be the next state? C and D. Why? Because we have seen from the table that when B will be there for the present state, the next state will be C and D. Okay. So you have to always follow this table. So depending on this table, all these